Today I'm gonna be trying a spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna get that all in there.
I love Chick-fil-A sauce. I love Chick-fil-A sauce. I love Chick-fil-A.
Been testing resistance at 32 for a while now. False break. Wait, no. RSI's at 30. Tight build up, 30 to 32. No way. Holy shit. It's coming. I'm 29. I used to be an equities trader at Citadel when I used to work in TradFi. I used to be a math major at Princeton, Olympiad medalist, and now I trade crypto full time.
Little really want at me. Look down, still doing up Cali. Gingerbread man can't catch me.
Wagwan people, I'm 19 years old and I trade cryptos and NFTs full time, baby. You probably know me as Crypto Papi on TikTok, where I bless you pagans with masterclasses, free of charge. These are my top 5 coins in 2022 so that you can hit that moon mission. Not investment advice. When you're bowling like this, you have to share it, you get me? Yeah, I do yield farming on ETH and Solana, so providing liquidity for stablecoin pools on Curve and Solend. Basically borrowing from one lending protocol and then lending it at another lending protocol with a higher APY to maximize my yield. Essentially, it's just basic interest arbitrage. Just a minute. You trying to bowl like this? Shiba, nah. Dogecoin, nah. Safe moon is mooning safely.
And what is your trading strategy?
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't really share my net worth, but let's just say when I worked at Citadel, yearly bonuses can range from 300,000 to 7 figures. And I've been there for like 6 years now, but I trade crypto full time now. And I mean, I do have my down days from time to time, but I make about 30 to 40% yearly on crypto. So you could kind of deduce my net worth like that. $10 million. No, wait. It's gotta be at least 13 million. But who can really say the US dollar's on a mad one these days, you get me? Wait, sorry, who else are you talking to? Crypto Papi? Are you serious? Dude, he's my mentor. Holy shit. Oh my god, wait, let me call him right now. Oh shit. Fucking phone. Dude, this is such a coincidence. It's crazy, man. What's good, YG? Hey, yo, what is up? Oh, yo, are you doing this interview too? No way, you in there as well? No cap, yeah? Wait, sorry, what does that mean? Like, cap as in market cap or cap as in limit? Hold on, big man, I just remembered something. I just got a message from a little birdie. There's gonna be some serious action on a new IDO. You good for a little pump and dump, yeah? So which coin are we flipping this time? Now, you didn't hear this from me, but the buzz is on Blinder Coin. Hey, Is this the RS? Okay, cool. Yeah, I have it. So on the 15th, I bought some sim coins. Yeah, 20,000 of them. Yeah, which I used as a collateral to borrow 10,000 of Cumrocket, CUM, which I leverage yield farmed with shitcoins to buy some Solana Sluts NFT. Hello? Shit, every fucking time.
She says I'm crazy, but you know she calls me Superman. Said I'm her kryptonite, well baby she's the backup plan. I gave her everything but my inhuman heart. Yeah. Bad news, bitch, I'm the kind that makes you hit the fuse. I say I'm rock, I think they all confused. She need attention, she's sending me nudes. Yeah, meet me on the way. I can bring a Chevy, you can bring a lay. Grab a couple friends.
Crypto YouTube, how's it going? It's Cryptostud with another banger. Brought to you by the early mornings of a Friday. Or some, possibly Thursday still. Wherever you may be tuning in to listen to this. But before we begin, welcome to the crypto universe where endless possibilities sparkle like stars. Embracing a powerful belief, God is great, God is good. We embark on this exciting journey through the realms of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Carry hope and positivity as we navigate this dynamic world together. Whether you're enjoying a sunny day or searching for a beacon in the night, may your heart be filled with peace, love, and the promise of prosperity. Join me on my channel as we unlock the mysteries of crypto with curiosity and bold hearts. Here's to success, understanding, and a touch of magic on our path. May your day shine bright, your spirit be light, and your investments flourish. Now, let's dive into today's crypto adventure. Nice spot for a good drop. This is a 2019 Ultra Mix. Man, 2019 was a good time. That was a good time. It's crazy how time changed, how quick time changes, you know. But before we begin, I do have a little bit of housekeeping to attend to. I am doing some more modifications to the website right now, but we are live on the website. I'm making some modifications. Once I finish some modifications for the website, I'm going to do a bit more work on the indicators. I need to make a full course still and a guide. I have neither of those created. It's kind of a rough draft with my indicators as well. They're not near completion of where I want them to be. They're getting there, and I've been working on them for a long time, but I still, a few members have kind of spoken about juxtapost, and it's lacking. It's just lacking something, and I do agree. I just trying to fill that void is a problem in its own. But I trade with it, and I understand it the best, and it's helpful for me. It's helpful for some members. Some members have found, ways to use it and be good with it. But there's definitely a learning curve to it, and I think it's a greater learning curve than needs to be. So I have to do a bit of soul searching and looking to see how I can make it better, improve on it, but still be as deadly and as vicious as it is. I do just want to say thanks for, tuning into my live stream earlier today. We at one point got up to 1,000 viewers for my live stream. I have made a little bit more on this long, but I'm very happy about this range we finally got. I spoke about this in a few of my videos that I was looking for lowers. We finally got lower, and here we are. Made a plan, executed it fully, and here we are. Lower. We are coming back. We are retracing a tad bit, so that's good for my long. Going back up is always great, but I do kind of want to give a little bit of a psychology like lesson to all this. Sometimes there will be times when you just have to step back and not look for trades and not do trades. You might not be in a mental standpoint with yourself. You might be missing something, mentally that's kind of throwing you off your edge. Now, when I trade, when I first started trading, I was very aggressive with it. I would always try to find trades. Every day it was like, I need to trade, I need to trade, I need to trade. I need to find a trade. There's got to be a trade there. And it got to the point where I was so aggressive, I was losing money. I was so addicted to the trade. It wasn't the fact that I was trading and doing well at it. I just wanted to be in a trade, regardless if it went my way or not. And I know a lot of you, especially the newer people, and it could be have been trading for 2 years and you're still feeling that, you have that itch to be in a trade. It is something. It happens to everybody. Nobody does not experience that. Some curve it sooner, some curve it later in their trading life. For me, I think the biggest thing is planning out areas that you want to take trades. While I'm doing my charts and analyzing, I'm telling you things that I look for, areas that are interesting to me. If you look at my last video about the 35 minute video, I talk about a Dalton and how we swing fail, the 64,000, 400, whatever, or 64, maybe it was 64,600, something like that. I did create a shorts, one of my last shorts that I posted earlier today about it, where I was looking for that. We had a Dalton to play out. That was the top previous day value area high for the day, and it just was a logical area. We swung fail the high, and it was just a logical area to look for or trade. Now, could it have not happened? Sure, it could have not happened. But I also spoke in that video about the dollar was kind of putting in it was doing a bearish retracement. The dollar was kind of coming down on us, and that kind of gave me a little leadway that Bitcoin could recover some in the near term, not in the long term, obviously, as we went lower, and I was still looking for that. But in the near term, we did have that move to the highs, swung fail that area, and then dropped dramatically. So I truly believe that most days it's 5% risk, and almost all, a large percentage is just psychology. You're fighting with yourself. You're not fighting with anybody else. You're fighting with yourself, and what is going through your mind. Psychology plays such a huge role in trading. And once you learn, whether that be, take a break, find some rules, read some psychology books, once you find some way to kind of curve that and control your mentality when you're trading, you're way better off. Again, when you're looking for trades, you need to plan them ahead of time and say, okay, if price gets to this area, what will I do? What is the thing I'm going to do if I see price come here? What are my rules? If price comes here, where's my stop? What am I risking? What am I doing? If price goes up this way, what am I doing? If price goes down this way, what am I doing? If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. It's a statistical game. It's all numbers. you know, and at the same point, there is a big psychological part to it as well, and you're fighting yourself. But I recall, like, it was like probably the second, almost into the second year of trading, and it got bad. It got to the point where I just wanted to be in trades. Like, I didn't care if I lost them. I just wanted to be in trades. And it's a very bad habit to get into, and if you feel like you're doing that yourself now, you need to stop it. You need to find a way to curve that. And it doesn't matter, you know, seasoned vets do it as well. Everybody does it. Everybody goes through phases, you know. There will be phases of it happening, but at the same time, you need to set rules. You need to stick to said rules and help guide yourself onto a good path. You know, it just plays such a huge role. I really do want to do like a psychology series on like what worked best for me, like what are things that I did that helped me. I think the biggest thing though, like out of everything, is setting rules that make sense, rules that you can sit there and say, okay, if this happens, I'll, you know, obey it. The thing is, like, you can create all these rules, but if you don't sit there and actually, you know, do the rules and execute the rules that you created, then you're just back to square one. And that's not having control over your emotions. So that's a really big thing. I could talk about it much more, but I just kind of wanted to get in a little bit and just kind of feel that out a little for everybody, because one of the members in the group was just taking a step back and just kind of taking a breather, which is completely fine. I do it sometimes too. Everybody does it. It's human error is what that is. But what makes you better than other traders is planning for price to go in an area and executing those plans properly and doing well on those plans. So, you know, in my previous videos, I spoke about this range low. Let's go ahead and I'm going to look at high block real quick, and we're going to pop that up real quick. And then once we get that up, we'll start getting into it. I always like to look at high block first thing first. Let's pop this up and then we'll get in. I should have probably pre-done this for us so we didn't have to wait. And hopefully the bot doesn't crash on me. No, we're okay. So we are still kind of aggressive in shorts, but not as much as we were earlier. So we got it, what was it, yesterday? It was looking pretty beefy. I even said in the chat. So I was like, woo, we shorten the bottoms. So we were getting pretty aggressive on the shorts here. Again, everybody thinks it's going to zero, so they short a 5% drop, and then they think it's going to go even lower, so they just sit there and short it. And then that's how you make money. You trade the reverse of what they're doing, and it does really well. So you just have to make your trades and plan. So anyways, as I was saying, let's jump into the charts. I added the Discord into this so I don't have to jump through 15 different screens, and I can just run OBS on one side, and I'm not flipping through all these channels. I thought maybe, you know, work less harder, think smarter type ordeal. So in my last video, we spoke about still looking for the range low of this whole entire range right here. So, and you can go back to my previous video, they're all there for you to see them. But I was really looking for this area. I was calling for it. Like when we were around this area messing around and everything, I was like, I really want to see us take this area out. It needs to be under this area, and lo and behold, we're now under this area. It's a lot deeper of a retrace than I expected, as you can see. But again, you make the plans. It had a little bit of consolidation here. You long the bottoms. Then we had some buyer interest coming in, some great buyers interest coming in. And actually we can thank Powell for that. He kind of pumped the markets a little bit for us and gave us some good news on not changing rates or not really doing anything, I guess, which is somewhat of a bullish posture, I guess. I think it's just delaying the inevitable of what's happening to our economy, and CPI continue to tick up. Speaking of CPI, let's see if we have any reports coming up. Unemployment rate, so that one's fairly big. I feel like we just got this. Man, time is flying by. PMI is fairly important too in some sense. And then we have FOMC meeting tomorrow, but I doubt Williams doesn't really say anything that's worthwhile. Yeah, so we have employment change and then unemployment rate, so that's kind of huge, and those are going to come out about 8:30. So keep an eye on those, and let's hopefully we get some bullish news to that so that we can continue our long gain that we have. I do still have my short open, to say the least. I still have it open from 70,000. Just kind of sitting there collecting some funding, but I'm willing to close it out as soon as we get some more strength, just like I was willing to close out my long from 50,800 when we lost some bullish, bullish structure per se. But I wouldn't be terribly mad if this is like our local bottom and then we range back up to the top. But ideally, we'll take it piece by piece. We'll analyze the charts here, and we'll see if there's anything that sticks out. I did notice that S&P pulled back some as well. It's kind of been on a weird trajectory, as well as Bitcoin. But we are having a bit of a pullback today. Let's go ahead and scroll through these. I'm going to analyze traditional markets first, because Bitcoin does kind of go hand in hand with traditional markets at times. If traditional markets are up a good bit, normally Bitcoin follows and goes up a bit too. So we're getting some bearish divergence on 2 hour. I would expect us to pull back a little bit on that. 4 hours still looking pretty good. 6 hours coming in pretty strong. Yeah, overall it's looking pretty nice. 8 hours, not bad. 12 hours looking really clean. That's great. I know we had some issues with the weekly off the last video, so let's see if that's formed any better. Daily's looking pretty decent too. Weekly still. This is a good area to turn though, but I'm still not a fan of the weekly. I need that to turn as well, but these other time frames are looking really good. They really are. They haven't looked this good in a while. This one's 12 hours starting to turn over, so that's good. So if we can get something like the weekly to do something like this, that would be really nice for us. But I do think we have a temporary pullback. Ending the reports is actually decent. If the reports is pretty good, we could definitely hit up this 51,800 or 51,800, 51,200 area range. I could see us taking that out. Now, if you recall, if you did watch my live stream, I did post a area for DXY. I guess I still don't have it on. I don't have it on the chart anymore. I circled an area that I was kind of concerned with. We actually broke down from it too. I have it in here. Yeah, so I had actually posted this when we were about here. I was looking for this area as a area of interest for us, and we actually blew right past that and went further down. Now, again, with Bitcoin rising like it is right now, the bit it is, it's good for us to see the dollar coming off, coming down some bit as well. So the 2 hours not looking pretty. Let's see if I can't tell if, okay, we just have one there. My eyes are shot for the day. I went and hung out at the pool today, and my eyes are they're just bloodshot. Basically, it's too sunny. 4 hours starting to bottom out pretty nice. I do like seeing these on the higher time frames. They normally play out pretty fairly well. But still 2 hours not 2 hours okay. I'm not a big fan of the 2 hour looking like that. The 6 hour, let's see what we get with this. Go ahead and remove that. Yeah, 6 hours not looking great either still. So we definitely have somewhat of a pullback still with the dollar, I think, which would be good for Bitcoin. We'll be able to get some momentum to the upside for Bitcoin. And it would kind of go in with my thought process on what I'm thinking that we'll see with Bitcoin, which I'll go over here shortly as well. So the weekly does still look pretty good, but the daily is pretty shot. So I do see us pulling back a bit more. 104, I can't really see 104 being the area we pull back to, but I've seen some crazier things with the dollar recently. Again, we're basing this on, you know, the data that does come out tomorrow is practically pretty much decent or neutral. I would rather see neutral data so that we could play by the charts a little better than actually some really terrible data that comes out. So, you know, forewarned, if the data is bad, the markets will bleed and the dollar will rise. So we're kind of taking this in consideration, this analyst, as like the markets will be neutral, you know. Best case, the markets will be neutral. We'll take that into consideration. Markets are neutral, you know, and we're going to play it off. The news didn't do anything, and we're going to look at the charts. We're going to analyze the charts and see what comes out. But if, you know, some crazy report comes out with those unemployment rates tomorrow, or something outrageous comes out, I would expect some volatility, and I would expect a large move to the downside for traditional markets, assuming it's bad, and that would give dollar some room to go back up again. And then if it is a decent report, then you know, reverse, the dollar would trickle down, and the stock market could possibly, you know, the stock market would rally in a sense. So I do want to look at Dow Jones, and then we'll get into our Bitcoin analysts of areas that I'm looking, because I wanted to take a look at traditional and just see, you know, what the sentiment possibly is from today. I didn't really get to see the end of today, his sentiment, but this, look at this. This is great. Nice little bounce. 2 hour order block. That's pretty. That is beautiful. Let's see what the 4 hours got. Oh, I didn't look at juxtapost to see. Okay, so we got some rise there on that. That's not bad. 4 hours looking pretty decent too. 6 hour is neutral right now, so we can't really guess on that. 8 hours, it's shifting a little. I would say neutral more so. And then 12 hours still looking okay, but again, that's very neutral as well. I would like to see us get some more price movement up in this area to really get a better analysis of those higher time frames like that. Daily, same thing. Mostly everything's pretty neutral right now for this, which, you know, it does have a good basis in some sense, more so. Weekly still looking a little tough. Mostly every asset is looking pretty tough on the weekly, because we've had a pretty good run. You know, as you can see from the Dow Jones right here, we had a pretty great run since October. 22%. Wild. That's wild. Let's see our COVID dip, if we had anything related percentage move wise. No. So 22 would have been about that much. So not as great percentage wise move as we did in COVID. I mean, I'm not taking consideration this whole entire move, which is 100%, but it's pretty wild. What a wild time that was. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get into Bitcoin. All right. So since I have the weekly pulled up already, let's go ahead and analyze this first. So as you guys know, I'm still a bit bearish on the weekly with Bitcoin. Not saying that we can't have, you know, a retracement back up to closer to the upside. I just don't expect, it's hard. This isn't in an area I like. I would like it around here to start having a bullish posture on the higher time frame, on the weekly higher time frame. But if it's anything like what S&P looks like, then we'll drop down on these other time frames and we'll get some really good, well, the dollar is pulling in a bullish divergence on it right now, but it's not confirmed. So that would be that would be kind of nice to get that for some upside potential, which would hold my basis of what I'm thinking we will do. So we swung fail to low here on Juxtapost as well. So that's pretty nice because we did get the swing fail right here that I spoke about in my last two videos. We finally did get that, thankfully. Again, you know, you plan your trades, you execute them when they happen, and then you enjoy the ride. You take profits along the way and you enjoy the ride. I haven't taken any profits on my long yet. I probably, if the reports tomorrow are kind of bad, I will probably take some off the table just to secure some. But again, I mean, my short's still open, so at the end of the day, I still am ahead of the game in some sense. I'll make what I could have potentially made on the long with the short going back down to the downside. So the 12-hour, it's starting to look pretty good. I would rather, I like the daily a lot better on this. It just looks a lot cleaner, and we have that bullish divergence. It's not confirmed yet. We still have, yeah, we still have we have 19 hours still to go for this daily to close. So, you know, things can change. I remember we had the 12-hour the other day. I think it was around here that we were about to have bullish divergence, and then it failed and actually never formed and printed and confirmed. So we did have bullish divergence right here. So, you know, you could have just played off the bullish divergence we had on the 12-hour here, and you would have made some profits off that. Assuming, you know, you could have done a riskier trade where it didn't confirm, which, you know, let's say that you took the riskier trade and you saw it and you got in like right about here or so, and then you took it to we won't even say up the outside, let's just say to the resistance right here. So that's 3% just off a bullish divergence that, you know, didn't even confirm. Now let's, you know, this candle closes and then we confirm it and then we get in. Let's see what type of play we get there, and we get in and we don't even, you know, we just get to the resistance, the local resistance, which is it would be 2%, and the local resistance being this, you know, 59200 area. So there's 2% off a move right there, off of divergence, a bullish divergence, confirmed bullish divergence. So if you wanted to be less, you know, riskier, you could take that position, and, you know, it's about almost 2.5% there. So not a bad day. It really isn't. You know, you got to take your wins day by day and, you know, go with the flow on it. So we are getting a bit of a pullback right now on this, but nothing too concerning. 8 hours looking pretty nice, I would say. I remember the 2 hours looking pretty nice too earlier. 6 hours looking pretty nice. You know, we have that pointing up posture that we really like. There's the 4 hours looking pretty nice, beautiful. We have the this indicator I have in here that pretty much saying the volatility is ended. We've maxed out on volatility, which you can see we had that big move down and then we consolidated, and the volatility's kind of exited the market for the moment. And then the 2 hour, I know we're starting to get up. Yeah, we're starting to climb up here, but still, I mean, it's looking pretty beautiful. You know, I've said in past videos, I think it was mostly private videos, that sometimes even just using the indicator, the volume signature indicator on Juxtapost is great, because as you see, we have buy volume that just dips to nothing, and then an extreme sell volume right here, right before this drop down. But then it curves in, the sell volume curves in. So the average sell volume is less now, goes into less. And then the average buy volume is less. So that kind of helps gauge that there could be a market flip. You know, the interest could start going towards the buyers, and then lo and behold, you know, you could take into consideration that the higher time frames are looking a lot better. But we did have this nice little, you know, buyers coming in and really the market interest coming in. But I think the biggest thing that I noticed during Powell's speech, and it's kind of, you could take it with a grain of salt however you want, but I really liked this formation we had right here. Now, you know, bread and butter for me is the swing fill pattern, and you could have played this swing fill pattern just mighty fine. And it was an aggressive one. It didn't happen. It happened pretty quick. Still 2% move there. You know, you could have taken it when it fell back in the range. Now, could it have just turned around? Could it have dropped down here on this candle and then came back up and went there? Sure. Yes. So sometimes when you're, you know, looking for a trade and you're a new trader, you want to wait until these confirm. You want to wait for candle closures inside and let them confirm before you start making trades, hasteful trades. Now, if you've been trading for a while and you can understand the market better and you can look at XO and high block and gauge areas of interest, you know, those trades are there for you and they can be really well done. They could be scalps. I don't scalp as much as I used to. I'm trying to stay away from the charts a tad bit more. I'm trying to be a little more healthier, personally get a little more healthier. I've gained a little extra weight in the last couple months. So I've been hitting the gym a lot more and getting active and doing a lot of that. It's definitely a road to recovery in its own sense. But staying away from the charts to some extent for me has helped me greatly. And then, you know, as I talked about earlier, psychology of it, you know, you don't have to be in trade all the time. So it's always great to have some free time to yourself. But as I was saying, I did kind of like this rotation here. We had buyers interest starting to come in. We did break this local high right here, although we did come down and test. There was an order block down here and we did test this order block again, but also another great spot to put in a position. Now, granted, could it have swung fill the bottom here? Sure. I actually put in my long position down here in this area. And then I added a bit more to it. And then, as you know, it's about 57,171 is what we're at right now. 57,171. So, you know, 57,171, I got a little aggressive, added a bit more, but, around this area, you know. So now would I have considered, you know, another 2% drop from this area? Sure, it's a possibility. You know, anything is possible when you're trading anything, and especially when you're trading Bitcoin. So another 2% drop, it'd be another $1,100 drop possibility. Would I have probably gotten stopped out on this? Maybe. I do have a 2% stop, so it'd be very close to my stop. Would I be happy? Probably not. But you look for your next trade. Sometimes there will be trades that don't go your way. I've been very fortunate lately that my trades that I have done have set up pretty well and they've played out to best of my ability. So will it always happen? No, it won't always happen. Is it nice and great to enjoy? Yeah. Will I take advantage of the fact that, you know, I'm on a hot streak, a pretty good hot streak for the time being? No, I'm still going to be, you know, I'm going to be cautious of how I play. The plans I make are going to be precise and they're going to be things that I know that I'm confident about doing, you know. So anyways, after all this, where do I stand with Bitcoin right now? What are my thoughts on Bitcoin? Well, let's go ahead and pull up XO here. I really would have liked to have seen a Dalton today, which would have not been possible since the D open could have not opened up outside the previous day value area. But I would have really liked to have seen a Dalton, you know, a D open up here, us play back down to the volume area low range over here, and then back off to the races. So ideally to me, longs are starting to come into the market. Short interest is kind of down right now. I don't see a reason why. I just don't really see a good reason to short this. Now, we're saying that the data that tomorrow that we get is neutral, because I do know for a fact that if the data is not neutral tomorrow and it's bad, then we will have a down day. So take that in consideration. If it's bad data tomorrow, it's a possibility that we do have a down day. And every day is a new day, and every day brings new issues and new things. You know, road to $1 million is sometimes paved with gold, and other times it's shit on a wall. So you take it how you can with that. But you know, assuming that our reports are neutral, or more of a bullish bias, you know, we could say more bullish of a bias, I would like to see Bitcoin regain the 60,000 mark. 60,000 mark is going to be a very tough area for the bulls to regain. This whole area right here is very, it's a very difficult range to play because the psychological level of 60,000, and actually we front ran 60,000, which could be our first test of this psychological area, 60,000. Now, one thing I noticed and why I think that we can still go up to some extent, we didn't have a very large rejection from this area, so it kind of perceives to me that the short interest really isn't there. Now, to me, if the short interest isn't there, where is the short interest then? Well, we have the 61,200 right here, which I don't see why wouldn't it be a good area for shorts to start entering the market here. We also have this old support block here at 62.6 that used to be an area of support. Now it's now turned to resistance, so this could also be a resistance area. I feel like this might be more troublesome here, as this is 61,000, another logical area that we kind of had a couple bounces off this area. Now, you know, bounces being this wick, which is a large wick. Remember, there's volatility in Bitcoin. Bitcoin does have a lot of volatility in it, so these percentage moves are aggressive. You know, like I said, I was looking for the lows of, what was it, 59,000, and we had a, you know, large percentage pullback from that area. Now, again, you're never going to get the exact price on Bitcoin, and that's what makes trading it so great. You know, we had another 5% pullback from where I had suggested, but at least it was an aggressive move. We went down very quick. We quickly went down an aggressive move into that area. So, hold on just a second. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry and I need to grab some water there. So, but again, you know, there's aggressive moves in Bitcoin. So, you know, an actual spot on the dot of a position and a price point is very difficult when you're trading. You'll get that if you're newer to trading Bitcoin. You'll understand that the gains that you can make from it are great because of the volatility of Bitcoin, but at the same time, those gains that you make can also be losses that you make. You know, it plays both spectrums of the world. So anyways, so what I'm looking for is we are starting to get some candle closers back into the swing fill pattern area here, which is a really good strength. There's some strength to be had with knowing that. I would say if we get some nice candle closures between 59 to 5900 to like 59,500, I would see that there is some strength back into the market, and this could be a possibility that we go higher. Now, the higher being this 61,100 swing fill pattern area that used to be somewhat of a support area. Now, I'm not really taking consideration all these wicks, but as you can see, this is a kind of an area that we had some buyers interest and some bounces on it, and it's a feasible area for resistance now. And then after that, I would say our old support level here at 62.4 is an area that I would look for some type of rejection. But my key area actually, again, is the area that we swung fail earlier before we had this drop down. Now, the reason why is, look at this volume signature we had here. We had a large amount of volume signature on this candle. So this area is people are very interested in that area. So I don't see reason why we can't revisit this. Now, I could be completely, wrong. Of course, that happens when you trade. Nobody's ever 100%. These are just guesses and things that I see as the market develops. Now, I might do another video and come out and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for now. Charts change, things update, news happens, you know. I wake up on the other side of the bed and decide that I'm bearish again. These are things that happen normal, you know, we're all human error at its best. But I would like to see us go a bit higher. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't think the bulls are done. We are starting to get these candle closers outside this area again with the swing fail pattern. You know, I just don't really see reason. It just doesn't seem it for somebody who's looking for a massive short. I think they missed the boats. The boat was the swing fail pattern of our top right here, and we're kind of having that same structure we had last time when we had the all-time high. Now, do I think that this is the all-time high for this current bull run? No, I don't believe that. I would like to see how 80,000, 83, 84 reacts, but I also believe that if it's anything like the last halving that we had, we did have a down time, and then after a while we had consolidation and a run. So we're at a phase where we are starting to re-enter this range here, and we're going to consolidate, and then we'll consolidate a bit more, and then we'll find our footing, and then we'll have a little run. You know, another $10,000 isn't much in the realm of where Bitcoin did the first couple runs, but again, I think as price, you know, as the halving happens and less supplies out there, there's a more possibility that the volatility picks up more and the price becomes greater and greater and greater, and then the price gains, percentage gains of it become less because the price is greater, right? You know, something that has less of a price, the percentage gains moves up or a lot greater than something that has a large price, you know, a large price that has a larger price but has, you know, less of a percentage move because it's such a large price, right? You know, basic math, basic percentages, the lower it is, the higher the percentages. Yeah, you get it, you understand. So, you know, percentage wise, 5% for Bitcoin probably isn't much compared to other things, but in the realm of the halving and what we've already done, it's pretty large change. So I don't really see anything on EXO that's too concerning to have another, when we have some longs that are closing out here, but I don't really see anything that's concerning for me at the moment. So I still hold a bullish bias to some extent. Again, this will fluctuate if the market data that we get, the market news tomorrow from the reports we get isn't good, then I would assume that, you know, markets won't do well, and so won't Bitcoin. And then my next video would probably be like, hey, I was bad, I was wrong, sorry, or something along the lines of that. So again, you pick a plan, you trade it, and then you pick a plan, you wait for it to go to your area, and then when it gets to your area, you take the trade. So it sounds simple. It does. It gets simple. You trade longer, you get the experience. It gets very simple. Much more simple, I should say. So, but yeah, I do want to look at Tesla. I had talked about it on Sunday evening, and some news came out. Lo and behold, it pumped it right on back up. This thing. Oh man, it just doesn't. Never ceases to amaze me. Tesla's always got something going on, but at the same time it's pumping, but it's going right back down. So I still hold true that I am looking for $100 on this. Almost got there though. I still feel like we could go lower though on it, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe if there's anything you guys want to see or want me to look at. I was gonna do one indicator for us, so let's look through indicators and see if we can find an indicator that could maybe give us some good technical analysis that other indicators can't, right? So let me just pop up the indicators, and let's just go to, I guess let's just click in Z, see what comes up with Z. We won't do my favorites because I already know what my favorites do. So zigzag channels by Lux. Interesting. Zigzag multi-time frame with Fibonacci retracement. Let's give this a look at. Wow. Interesting. Well, 382 from this. I don't see the zigzags though. Is it supposed to zag or something? Or just zig? See if there's any settings on here. Oh, show zigzag. That's not very zigzaggedy. What the heck? Is it changing colors? Oh, there it is. Interest. Oh. Oh. I don't really understand. I guess it's green. Huh. This is kind of tripping me out. Like the color changed like that. But I guess it stays green in an uptrend, right? Which we have going right now, that's for sure. But I wonder, I'm curious. So if we replayed this bar back, if it would be green, let's say like right here, let's see if it would be green. No, it's not green. See, that would be great if it's like, oh, hey, here, long this, it's green. That'd be kind of nifty. So when does it actually turn green? Let's see. Can I just play the bar? Let's just play the bar. See when it turns green. Probably once, yeah, once it starts consolidating nicely. Bounces. Comes back up. Maybe there is no green. Maybe it's after effect. Huh. Just put that there. Does it only create green when it breaks the local resistance? Like, how do I... What? Oh, there it is. Now it's green. Okay, so it just took practically the whole entire move to come out and say, all right, well, this is green now. Not the best. Let's see if it did it here again. Let me replay it. No, it didn't do it there. It kind of did it really quick on me. I didn't get to catch it. So to me, I feel like it should do it now. I mean, it would make sense. It would make more sense to do it then than... Okay, now it does it. So, okay, yeah, so it does break the high. As soon as it breaks the high, then it... well, I guess it broke the high there. Maybe the candle... oh, you know what it is? Is the candle closure outside of it. Ah, interesting. That's kind of nifty. I mean, the move's already done, but that is kind of nifty. So I wonder when red shows... red would probably show up around there, maybe? Let's check that out. Let's see. So, well, it would have to be, if it's candle closure from the low, it'd have to be around this area. I would assume that's how it works. So let's press play here and see what we get. Yeah, interesting. So that breaks the low. I'm wondering if it would ever like play, be like a false signal, because it doesn't really look like there's much of a false signal. I guess it creates it after. So if we went, let's do like red around here. Well, that's weird because it doesn't actually go up. Huh. That is kind of nice then, because then you're like, okay, this is a bearish. Well, let's see when this one comes up. Replay. It's kind of a nifty tool. I don't understand the Fibonacci to this. Are these look like just auto Fibonacci's, but I just don't understand why you would have that with this zigzag thing unless it's using the Fibonacci's as well, which I can't really tell if it is using that or not. So we broke the low. Okay, so we broke the low and then it prints it. And with a candle. Has to break the low with a candle. I mean, that's kind of cool. And then it kind of has a consistent downward trend See that, but the thing is like when you won't really know when it reverses in a sense, because it won't create the other line until after it breaks the local high. So the local high would be here, right? So once it goes there, we would assume that it would create the next line. I don't, it's interesting, but I wonder if there's really anybody actually uses it. Well, it didn't do it. Okay, so now it should print it here soon. Well, unless it's counting this is the, maybe it's counting that as the high, which I don't. The structure changed already, so I don't understand why it's not showing it. Well, okay, then it updates over there. Huh. It's very biased, personally, to me. And then, yeah, now it updates to that one. So, in some sense, I could see it working some ways, because you could do, you know, if you took, say you're in a short here and you see it, you know, like this the whole time, you see that red there, and then you actually don't switch from a short until it goes green, which, I mean, would work. It would work, because we had the retrace back. But to me, I don't understand why. I guess if it broke that area, possibly go green. So now we're red, and then we're red this whole entire time, and then we flip to green. So the concept of like going and buying when it turns green probably would already, it already played out. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely different, but I don't know. I don't think it's something I would use. It's not very useful for me, because I can clearly see we're in the downtrend. I don't need a red line telling me that we're in the downtrend. And see, the other thing is, like, when it actually turns green is practically when the move's done. Like, if we turn green up here, then the move's already done. You can't. It defeats the purpose. So it's still red. I mean, it's like the move's already done, and then it turns green. So yeah, now it's green, and then the move's already done. Then it just drops. So it's like delayed in some sense. It would be really nice. Another thing is, like, why not based on like another high? It's 15 minutes, but what if like it broke this high and then it flipped green? Like, there's some, that's valid in some sense. But then you would kind of get caught up in this. If this flipped green, you get caught up in that going down. Not my favorite. But hey, it's there if you guys want to give it a try. Zigzag, ZZMTF. Let me see if I could pull it up. We just did Z. I did this one right here. Multi-time frame with Fibonacci retracements. Interesting. Zigzag trend divergent detector. Oh, what in the heck? Well, that's interesting. Yeah, not a. It's a bunch of junk on here. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one either. So anyway, so that's what we did for this. I'm gonna start this little series up about every time, you know, every video I do, we'll just like grab an indicator somewhere and see if it's useful at all. Maybe we just find something that's useful for us to trade with. Hey, I'm never against having more indicators. I mean, to some extent, if they're useful, you know. Yeah, 15 indicators, if they're not useful, it ain't worth a damn, right? Anyways, guys, it's been nice. Thanks for watching. And peace.
Take you right there. I really wanna know why you just won't give me all of your desire. I wanna take you right there. Let me take you right there. I got off the wires when I close my eyes, disconnected and tired. I see fire. I know you are done with me. It's just fired. It's just fired. Wrong, but I made it right. You came begging day and night. I don't wanna hit the bottom. Don't go out of your state of mind. I've been counting 1 to 10. I'll be back when you begin. With my music together again. I see, yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. I see, yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. And I know you keep asking me. Flames and fire. I know you are done with me. It's just fired.
I see you go down, yeah, I see you go down. I see you go down, yeah, I see you.
Just fired. Fire. I know you keep asking me. Flames and fire. I know you are done with me. It's just fired.